Advice to all high schoolers. I'm starting my junior year of high school tomorrow. And these past 2 years of experience have taught me a lot. I've grown to become who I am. These past few years, I've developed into a young man that I am proud. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of who I have become. And high school, there's so much influence. It could either be good influence or bad influence. Influence that could bring you down the wrong path or pull you down the right one. And it's all about what you make it to be. I remember when I was going into my freshman year of high school, I was intimidated, right, as pretty much every freshman are. I was looking for advice, good advice, and I reached out to a friend, and he told me decent advice if you're really just trying to be average. He said, don't try to stand out, don't really try to talk too much, just build a relationship with your teachers so they can be on your side. He also said, don't talk to girls because they don't distract you. And, I agree with that, but I also disagree with that. And I'll get into that later. But he gave me all right advice. But that is not advice. Now, me in the position that he was when I reached out to him, that's not the same advice I would give to an incoming freshman. And this video is not just for incoming freshmen. This video is for all of high schoolers. If you're a sophomore, if you're a junior, if you're a senior, I feel like I have valuable experience that I could teach you something. All right, so stick with me on this video. I bet you could learn something from this video. All right. First off, might sound cliche or something, but instead of trying to fit in, be different. You go into high school, you try to fit in, try to find people who you associate with, you try to do things that are viewed as cool. You try to dress a certain way, you try to act a certain way, you try to get into the friend group you're trying to be friends with, you know what I'm saying? You try to be like them because that's how they notice you. But what if you were different? What if you did not follow the social norms? What if you were expressing a different attitude than the rest of the people? In the public setting, Christian living is almost 9 times out of 10 pushed aside and not viewed as important. It's viewed as uncool. It's viewed as, why do you do this? Why do you act like that? Why do you dress like this? Why don't you smoke? Why don't you do drugs? Why don't you drink, bro? Like, why are you being so weird? Just have some fun. That is what's pushed onto high schoolers now. But instead of trying to fit in, I encourage you to be different. And what I mean by being different, I encourage you to push off how you are living onto everyone else. And I'm not saying that you should put it down their throats. No. You should just act in a way where they can notice that you are different than they are. Live by example. We don't need to preach how we are living. We just need to live in a way that is noticeable and that is pleasing. In high school, there's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of people who will encourage you to do new things. You're an incoming freshman. There's going to be times where you're going to be handed a vape. You're going to be handed some weed. And you got to make that decision in that moment. Whether you're going to take it and go down that wrong path, or if you're going to stay straight on the path that God wanted you to be on. And let me tell you this, in the moment, in that situation, logic goes out the window, bro. Trust me, you're in the situation. You know you shouldn't do it, but in that moment, you want to act cool, and then you fall in. That's why we need to build up the habit of saying no, build up the habit of disregarding all that stuff. So when that moment comes, we stay focused on our path. Instead of them encouraging you, I encourage you to encourage them. Encourage them to get on your way of living. Encourage them to be different as well. Encourage them to start heading in the gym. Encourage them to start reading their Bible daily. Encourage them to focus on their health and their purpose and their goals. You will start being that leader. Instead of being a follower, instead of doing or wanting to act like everyone else, you're going to be a leader, and people will admire you for that. Start being a leader. Next, school is obviously a very social place. So I encourage you to start networking, start reaching out, start getting out of your comfort zone. The advice that I was told was don't do too much, keep your mouth shut, and kind of go with the flow. I advise you, maybe for the first week, sit back, relax, just take in everything. Learn from the environment for that first week. And then the next week, try to find your group, try to build up your people, talk to more people, try to encourage them to come on the path that you want. Just build your group. That's what I'm trying to say. Build your people and make your decision wisely. All right. Don't go after the degenerates that will pull you on their path. Go after people who you genuinely think can make a change. Go after them, bring them into your circle, and start building that bond. Start feeding off their energy. Start trying to push them, and then they might try to push you. You guys will be the best that you guys can be. So start networking, start talking to new people, build your group. Next, don't be afraid to be different. I said strive to be different, all right? We are trying, or me at least, I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't want to be stereotyped as an average teenage high schooler up to no good, right? You see kids on the street, kids 16 to 18, you automatically assume they're up to no good. I don't want to be stereotyped into that. So strive to be different from everyone else. Okay? You don't have to cuss. You don't have to go party. You don't have to have sex with as many people as you can, bro. Keep to yourself. Keep your goals in mind. Keep your purpose in mind. And just do you. Okay? It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, especially as an incoming freshman, to be different. So they're going to be like, why is this freshie acting like this, bro? He needs to know his place. But no, bro. Know your place and know the goals you have. Just keep your mouth shut. If they bully you, if they tease you, just keep your mouth shut. I got a purpose. I got to go. I'm striving to be better every single day. And if you can't respect that, then that's your problem, bro. Just keep on that path. Next, stay consistent in your discipline. As high school comes, there's so many more opportunities, so many more chances to do things. So, the mainstream advice is try everything. Don't miss out on anything. Do this, do as much as you can. Yeah, I agree with that. For the first couple years of high school, do as much as you can, experience everything. That's what I did. I did as much as I could. But now, going into my upperclassmen years, I need to realize that I need to stick or pick a discipline and stay with that discipline. Because if we're focusing our energies into this and into that and into another thing, then our challenges are going to be all spread out, which is good. We need to be well-rounded. Those can be habits. Those do not have to be things we put all of our time and energy to, because we're going to be spread so thinly that we will not be great in one discipline. And the goal is to be great in one discipline. You can be good in a ton of things, and what good will that do you? You need to be great in one discipline, and that will take you far. So, experience as much as you can the first couple years, but then the last couple years, lock in on what you really want to do. This is my advice to all high schoolers, freshmen to senior, bro. A quick little plug. If you're in the gym and you cannot gain any muscle, comment workout down below. I have my own personal workout routine that allowed me to gain 30 pounds in under 6 months. Okay? It changed my life. I'll give you all the stuff you need to know to gain muscle quick. So comment workout down below, alright? If this video blessed you, like it, please. Subscribe. It goes a long way. But keep fighting. I believe in you, bro. Stay strong and stay hydrated.